April 5th. I had a terrible, terrible night's sleep. Broken sleep, uncomfortable, waking up a lot, horrible, horrible dreams. Horrible places in the dreams. Just freaky, evil shit. But I need to diarise what actually happened last night, because I fucking had an opportunity to go astro body, like, travelling, and it's not something I take lightly, and it's not something I really do a lot. I've done it once, but it was sort of in a lucid dream, so it technically could have just been a dream, but this time it was different. I was awake, and this will be of interest to people who get sleep paralysis, because I've worked out how to get through a sleep paralysis, and it's actually an indicator that you're coming close to, like, astral body traveling, as in you feel your body astralize, or get, like, you feel your body becoming an astral body and leaving your body and moving away from your body. And I think this is going to be my next adventure, because my body has been gearing me up for this kind of traveling. Last time I went on this kind of buzz, and buzz is the appropriate word because your whole body buzzes. I came back with some good answers for myself. So basically, my body sometimes starts to get buzzing. It starts to buzz for no reason, even when I'm awake. And it's kind of like a sensation of a falling backwards feeling, vertigo feeling, body rush feeling, and tired feeling. And it's also a really scary feeling, because this is the sort of feeling I get when I'm, like, getting a sleep paralysis, and I know how to pull myself out of it before it gets to a sleep paralysis stage, when you're, like, paralyzed and can't move and trying to wake yourself up and you feel like you can't breathe. I've worked through those times of the sleep paralysis, and I've just remembered, I've kept my conscious mind alert, and I've just reminded myself to breathe, just telling myself to breathe as I go into it, and then I remind myself, okay, you don't need to concentrate on breathing, because your body does it automatically without you thinking about it, autonomic system. So I breathe my way through it, for like half a minute, and just let myself ease into it. I don't fight it. I don't fight that feeling of sleep paralysis. I sink into it, and I tell myself to breathe, and then I just kind of relax and let go and know that I don't have to worry about breathing. My body will do it, and I'm fine. And I'm also listening, and I've got my eyes closed, but I'm searching around, and I'm, like, looking around. If I open my eyes, it'll kind of break the spell, so I keep my eyes closed. I know my imagination will do most of the work for me. I'm just there for the ride, okay? So I'm relaxing into it. I'm not worried about the breathing. I hear my ears start ringing and buzzing as well. Start to hear noises like noise, or like frequency waves, like like you're using a sonar detector device and you're, like, trying to hear for reception. Okay, so I'm just letting that do its thing. Then I'm aware that my body is starting to, like, rise up out of itself, like in pixelated, buzzy, body rush form. So I can feel it as I'm sinking and falling back into this, like, sleep paralysis feeling. I'm aware that my body is starting to rise up out of my body. Okay, so because I had to let go of the fear, and the fear of the not breathing, and the fear of the sleep paralysis, and I had to surrender to what was going on, and it was my astral body, man. And I was like, it came out of my body so easily this time, like, boop, and it decided to float up to the ceiling. And I was like, wonder if I open my eyes right now, will I be able to see my own body? And I was like, shit. I opened it up a tiny bit, and I was still, my body was still on the sofa, but my consciousness was floating above my body. But I couldn't see it happening, so I just closed my eyes, let my imagination go. It was honestly like I was like light as air, floating up to the fucking ceiling. Sort of, you know, all of a sudden went through the ceiling, and everything is dark, and I'm basically, I know where I'm going. My body's going up to space. So I'm growing, and it's a rushing, hot, buzzing, loud experience. And I'm looking, and I'm going towards what looks like a purple-coloured light in the sky that looks like a loading sign on a fucking device that's purple, but not really. A kind, I'll probably draw it in one of my art. It's a very minimalistic kind of shape, purple. And I was like, okay. And then fucking it all got interrupted. This was going all fine. Oh no, before it got interrupted, I actually said, where are we going? Expecting some kind of answer. Didn't get one. Started to feel scared, but I just basically made like my body shape a superhero shape. Like I put my hand on my hip, and my other hand up like this, and popped up one of my legs, so it was like bent, kind of like a superhero flying. And I said, I'm not afraid. You know, I put on my superhero fucking persona. And then the fucking Bluetooth speaker does this thing where it's like hasn't been active for a while, so it just fucking goes beep, and it's like this really like loud, rude, interruptive, fucking kind of rustly mechanical sound, and it fucking annoyed me. It didn't stop me from the astral travelling, but I thought to myself, you got to wake up and turn that fucking machine off, because it's gonna fucking interrupt your like experience here. So I closed my eyes, easily got out of the astral body, and just like walked over to the machine, turned it off, and then went like to the bathroom, came back, sat down on the couch, got scared because all the devices were off, no TV on, and I'm like, I'm gonna lie back down again and like potentially go back to astral travelling, and like I'm fucking a bit scared about it. And then I didn't end up doing it, and just had a terrible night's sleep with terrible, terrible dreams of terrible, terrible stories and characters in it that were just fucking horrible. I won't even go into it because I don't think it's relevant, but like my astral body was probably flying away in other worlds having a grand old time, leaving me to this fucking horrible, very disgusting, toxic realm of dreams. So I can explain. So I know what my body's been trying to do over the past few days. I've been having these little moments of like body rush waves, and I'm thinking it's not that. I'm thinking it's other reasons. But I know what it is now, and when I start to get that feeling, I'm just going to immediately lie down and try and astral travel, because obviously, like, the astral world has summoned me, or my astral body. I did an astral body experience this year, where I stayed in my lounge, but my astral body got out of my lounge and started doing freaky things with my boyfriend. My boyfriend isn't even here. My boyfriend is locked up, so his astral body and my astral body had a crazy kinky time together, and I was conscious of it. I was conscious that I was still body lying in my bed, and that this other body part of me, which I think my astral body is like a goddess, like my other goddesses, because some of the intentions of the astral body, I got a kind of gauge what the intentions of my astral body was, and my astral body is like, it has intentions to like raise hell. It has intentions to like connect with like monsters from the earth, volcano related, bringing it all up to the surface and creating and unleashing hell. So I'm not sure why my astral body wants to do that. I'm kind of believing that it's true, because my astral body was pretty on point when it took me on its last little fucking adventure to the galaxies. to Ryan's belt, actually. Took me there. So, yeah. I'm gonna, like, catch up on my some sleep today because I'm fucking tired. And I'll see where this astral travelling buzz goes. Signing off in Mackay. Trust your sleep paralysis. Look, sleep paralysis is scary. I've had interference during paralysis. I've had figures looming, standing over me. Pretty fucking scary, and a feeling of like, oh shit, they got me. I've had fucking one time when I was body buzzing, about to go astral into the astral plane, and I'm hearing fucking voices in the frequency, in the we're trying to find a reception buzz. Hearing a woman's voice and a man's voice talking, and then they stop suddenly, like they know that they've been heard. Maybe because I was tapping into the line. So I don't know how now my body's somehow worked out how to get through that fucking realm of, you know, potential other people, entities in that fucking frequency. Somehow managed to get through that undetected, and like above that now onto like traveling, proper traveling. There must be some kind of like initiation level where if you make it through that level, like you're safe or something, you know, because I didn't feel safe. I felt very vulnerable and exposed, and I still do. I'm scared of astral traveling for this reason. I don't want to get detected by other dimensional fucking entities that are like, oh, what's this human doing up here? And try and like sabotage me or try and catch me, or maybe they're not really even interested in me. That's just me and my fucking grandiose paranoia. But there was a level of like unwelcomeness and fear that I felt when I'm connected with those voices and those fucking figures standing over me. Like, it was scary. Like, I was having this experience at my children's house, and I'm like having sleep paralysis and like making noises with my mouth to try and get them to shake me, to wake me up, because I didn't know it was astral related. I thought it was this paralysis. And I remember opening my eyes at one stage, can't really shock myself out of this paralysis, and seeing like two or three dark shadow figures looming over me. It was fucking terrifying. I realised it could have been my imagination, but I was very fucking scared after that and traumatised. Make sure if you do that, you've got someone supportive around you, someone who's not a cunt, who's not going to tell you fucking, no, he's crazy, and have no empathy for you, because that's what I had, and it was fucking scary. Not my kid's dead. But now I'm not scared of the paralysis. I know what it is now. It's just another fucking step into the astral, which is a good sign for me, because I remember now that the astral world is real, astral plane is real. That's the ancestor afterlife realm. So I want to check out the status of that realm, because I've been fucking scared that the afterlife realm's disappearing. So it'd be good to go to the astral realm and to see what the go is up there and what's going on.